Hello everyone, it is Tuesday, May 25th. That would be Taco Tuesday. Depending on how the day ends up, it may be Tequila Tuesday. Wait, no, that's not right. Okay, Taco Tuesday. Alrighty, taking a look here, I entered GLD today. If you saw the alert, I bought to open the July 16th, so 7/16 gold GLD. That's the Spider 180 call at 280. I set my sell at 325 for right now. Looking at the gold futures, look at when I entered it, our volume on the futures was still quite a bit lower, and I noted that it looked like we were going to put in a good volume day here on gold, and that's something that's important here to get the volume confirmation. So as we look at these candles as we have marched up and going, the close over the 200 was when I really started paying attention to gold. Then we kind of flattened out here. Even though we had a wick and a tail, we kind of flattened out here, right? And just okay volume. And then we got Fed day. We spiked. That's all the volume. So the Fed minutes were released from last month's meeting. And then we got back into place and just started kind of climbing up. And here's where I found my entry. Looking at the futures, and I'm going to put this over on the gold chart so you see it in both spots so you can see what it is I'm watching. Volume day already on gold today, higher than it was yesterday. Yesterday was a red day, so sellers didn't, what we see here is that sellers did not rush in to push it down, right? It just kind of stalled. Well, today we have buyers coming in nicely and looking these gray bars on the side. This is a volume profile. You can find it in the scans and studies here. That's what it's called, right? In the studies and strategies, if you go up in there, you can look up volume profile. That is where this comes from. And it tells you where it was that volume came in. So we're used to looking down here on the bottom and seeing what the overall daily volume is. This tells you at what price those buyers came in. The red line here is called the point of control. And this shows us where a lot of people bought in. So if you drop below that point of control, that would be more of a short-sided play or a put play. The top side is obviously a top side play. Coming through that 200 is where I really liked to start. That's where I started really paying attention. But we've seen weakness after just a couple days in the metals. They've not performed overly well consistently. So we wanted to be very cautious. All right, so moving on up, I could see here that as we clear out this volume, right, this would be resistance. This is the top side resistance. We popped up through there, and that is when I bought. But now let's look at it on the actual ETF that I bought, right? So it looks very, very similar, a little bit gappier because it doesn't have a futures in it. You know, the futures are futures, right? So they play all the time. Looking at the volume here on GLD, you can see we're pretty early today, so it's 10:15 Central Time. Look at this nice move that we have right here, or in the volume. By the end of the day, this will be, or looks to be, higher than yesterday's volume. And we stepped up through the 200. We took a little pause, and then pushing up, and this same level from this volume level right here. Oops, let me try that one more time. Boy, that's sensitive. Okay, see that right there? This clears out our resistance, and we're hanging right in there right now. So let's take a look at other charts. If you're not confused about where the trend is actually going, pull it out. Look at a longer term time frame. Go to the weekly, go to the monthly. Monthly chart really looks very nice here. We stalled a little bit at the 50, and then we've moved on nicely. This is where we're sitting right now. And that weekly volume is in that same place. All right, and if you look at the monthly, right, we came back, we hung out here with the 20 before making that nice move to the top side. All right, so coming back here to the 5 minute, this is when I entered. We got this really nice volume spike. I entered here, actually, as we came up over that opening range. I got in bid and got filled in here. We did drop off of that. and now we are just kind of hanging out. So this point of control, if you have the volume profile on, will show up right in the middle of, or will show up on whatever time frame, and you can see we're kind of hanging right there now. We brought the 3 back to the 8, we're staying up above the 20. All of this looks good to me. I bought out into July to give it a little time and allow gold to take a better move forward without getting chopped out of it or panicking and getting chopped out. And you can see we also have a gap, right? This gap starts at 176.99, goes all the way up to 178.84. We know that in charts, oftentimes when we get to a gap, we may poke into that gap and then we'll be like, I don't know, I'm not really sure I like that pool. We got, got to test out the waters. We're looking for a move into that gap or close into it. Again, we'll see some hesitation, most likely, not always, but most likely, as you get to the top part of the gap. So it's important to mark these gaps in. I don't have them marked in on all of my charts because it just becomes overwhelming and makes the charts kind of muddy when I share my screen. But I highly recommend that you do it on your charts. Mark the gaps so you know where they are, so you know where there will be a potential stall or a slowing down of price action, maybe some consolidation or accumulation in a chart. Okay, so that's it for me. That's why I got into gold. That's what I was looking for. That's why I like it. And I will let you know any updates. Right now, I set my sell at actually 15%. So at 325 there. If you have any questions, let me know. If you are struggling with trying to figure out where those buy points, sell points are, please reach out anytime. Heather C. at Giving Tree Trading, and we can go over any charts that you're looking at together. I can make videos and send them to you. Just let me know. All right. I will talk to you soon.